terrible thing has happened. We have to shut down Kooyaya school. No more virtual school. We have to go back to the building tomorrow, the real building. The bus is going to come pick you up. And the governor of New Jersey said no masks. Even though we're still in a global pandemic, you don't have to wear a mask to school. So some of the parents are really mad. They want us to wear masks. So right now, we're going to have a town hall where we all have to get up and make our speeches.
It's enchanting to see you, Harriet.
I'd bite you if you dared.
Beautiful girls.
Wasn't our meeting a stroke of luck?
I got to stop for a second because I forgot to tell Katrina and Bella what you're there for, but I think you figured it out. You have no money, none, and you literally are hungry. You haven't eaten, you're starving. Your husband has no way to make a living. No one's buying his paintings. So you're there to pretend that everything's good and to beg her to hire your husband so that you can eat. Okay? So you're doing great. Stop and make sure. So that's why you're so interested in the sugar and the cake. You're starving.
I'm not.
Okay.
Writing or some essay writing in your regular English class, the teacher might tell you to use a hook at the beginning of your essay to get your audience invested in reading more. And speeches are the same way. But pathos is really used to evoke some kind of emotional response from your audience. So if I were talking about Medicare for all, I might include
a firm affirmation of the following. Resolved, the United States federal government should enact the Medicare for All Act of 2019. We offer the following framework based on utilitarianism. Under the framework, the burden of the pro team would be to show how Medicare for All would help most people. The burden of the con team would be...
He gives kind of this long 4-minute speech about Medicare for All, but he really has 3 main reasons that he's focusing on, right? Number 1, that right now drug companies, pharmaceuticals are innovating, but they're innovating in the wrong way. Instead of trying to come up with new treatments, they're mostly innovating with like gimmicky products like flavored medicine or like different colored pills that doesn't really help anyone. People just think it's kind of cool. Number 2, he talks about how people in America, our insurance is tied to our job. I get my insurance through my husband's job, and if he lost his job, I wouldn't have health insurance anymore. So that would be really bad. And then number 3, he specifies COVID-19 and how with COVID-19, a lot of people lost their jobs. And so even more people than usual don't have health insurance, so they're not able to access medical care. So kind of like 3 major reasons where they're giving this speech.
Round of debate where you're having to respond to things that other people say. It'll just be practicing making constructive. So without further ado, PALE stands for point, analysis, impact, and link. And every constructive argument, even if people don't explicitly think that they're doing this when they're making a constructive argument, you can kind of see that these factors are oftentimes at play when somebody is making an argument and they have like some kind of training in debate or public speaking. So the first thing that we have is your point, right? So essentially this is asking, what is your argument trying to prove? So